Alright, my dudes, for those interested, this is what is happening. So a completely clean install of Windows, reinstall the latest drivers, the ones directly from Intel and things like that. Got everything up and running, launched Google Chrome and played a video, and the exact same behavior of the crash as before. This time I was able to get a memory dump, and the NVIDIA driver is the culprit, and that has been happening before. It's a DPC watchdog violation. So I don't know what to do now. Well, I kind of have some things I'm going to try. This is the GTX 970 that I have taken out. I have used a tool called DDU and I booted into safe mode and removed all the drivers. I'm going to swap this out, this one, with a known working graphics card, which is the my trusty older 660, I believe. What is it? Yeah, GTX 660. And if I get the same behavior as before, I'm gonna be like, huh, what's going on here? Everything points to the video card being weird. But you know what? It could also be some weird bad luck where like multiple things are broken, and that's just kind of what's happening. I don't know. A lot of appreciation to everyone kind of helping me out here. I'm just gonna, I guess, yeah, I'm gonna plop this one in, and I'm going to see if I can get the same error. The error is very difficult to reproduce. It happens at random, but I was, yeah, playing a video and it happened. But yeah, so I'm going to install this and see what happens. And this is going to be in one long video, just so I don't bore the hell out of people and just like have updates going on and on again. If the error happens again, I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, hope you guys are enjoying the update. And you know what? I'm a freaking YouTuber or whatever, so I might as well just document some of the process. So yeah, I'm going to plop this card in, and it's a little bit tricky to get into, so I have my headlamp here. And yeah, I'm just going to plug this guy in. It's kind of tricky to get in there because everything's packed so tightly. And there's like this little pressure release thing that you have to do, but whatever. I'm just going to get in here. And you know what? Yep, just make sure it all kind of lines up there. Yep. Oh. You must take the blue stuff off first. It's not going to work. And don't force things in. Nice and snug. Put in the screws. Attempt to put in the screws with cold fingers. I remember, yeah, there we go. Got it. Got it. Got it. So what happens, yeah, you go through cancer treatment and your fingers don't work the way you want them to. Okay, so I'll do these in order. Plug them in. Tighten them. There we go. That's my main monitor. I don't know if you can see that. Main monitor. And then secondary display. That'll click on. Which is what I look at when I'm taking notes and stuff. And then the display on top, which you can't see. Alright. So, turn the power switch back on. And there's a little power on-off thing inside the motherboard, very useful. Turn that on, fan spin up. Let's see if we boot. Come on. I got my freaking headlamp on still. There we go. And Come on. Come on. Oh. Sorry, everyone. So that'll do it. Here's my technical ability. I will do this in real time. So always remember to turn off your power supply, and always remember that this VGA power input needs to actual power. And oh, it's upside down, you bastard. It's reversed to the other one. There we go. It is on. So over here, switch that on. There's a neat little power button down there. Let's turn that on. Fan spin. So it wasn't getting power and I kind of freaked out. And that makes sense. Thank you so much for warning me. And I always check. That's the cooler has always done that, and we have successfully posted, which is pretty dope on a rope. And yeah, assuming we'll get into Windows, Windows will launch with the basic drivers. I will install the GTX 660 latest drivers. I don't know if they still update. I think they still support it. Why not? And yeah, fans are spinning. It's actually not too bad of a card. You know, like I just want something that works. And here's our first kind of culprit. There's like a weird resolution sort of thing going on. That's interesting. Display settings. You know what? I'm not even gonna worry about this. I'm gonna go right to Internet. Look at that headlamp. I'm going to go right to Internet Explorer because, I don't know, for reasons. And I'm going to get the latest driver for Windows 10 64-bit. So I'm going to give that a try, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, I guess this would be part of the process of computer repairs. Every time I figure out something, I come up and I tell the T-Nile.
Okay.
So what I say is crash still happened.
Oh God.
So it wasn't a Windows issue or a driver issue. So what I'm doing is I switched out the video card because that might be the culprit.
Oh man.
And I put in my old one, which is known to work.
Oh.
And I did that, and
what's going on?
I'm gonna see if it does it again. And if it does it again, power supply.
Yeah. Man.
If it does it,
you are brave. I
yeah.
get so much. I'm so stressed when I have to deal with things like that I'd rather just have someone else do it for me. But I absolutely commend you for doing it. I mean, you know a lot more about computers than I do, but still.
Well, I forgot to
plug
in the power when I was recording, putting in the other video card.
Oh my God.
And like lights went off, and I was like, oh, okay, that's embarrassing.
It's a good thing to do when there's like a snowstorm outside, and we're probably snowed in for like at least a week. It's a good thing we've got lots of dried food.
Yeah, maybe I can. Yeah, so this is a Canadian summer. T-shirt weather, you know, not too bad. And yeah, this is I guess what I feel like I'm obligated to show you. Just a bunch of snow everywhere. So this is heartbreaking. Swapped out and put in the video card, my older video card, the 660, which I know that worked. Same error happened again. NVIDIA driver stopped responding, and then very strangely this time a black screen. So the two cards, my theory is that they react to different voltage drops or power supply issues in different ways. One kind of crashes differently than the other when presented with some sort of power scenario. So here's what I'm doing now, and I'm about done with this BS. You know, I'm gonna leave no stone unturned. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the PC completely apart, and I have, I'll show you, taking it apart, and well, first of all, I'm ordering a new power supply, a really good one. I'm going to take it apart, going to clean everything, going to reseat everything, going to apply new thermal paste, even though that's not the problem. Yeah, gonna get brand new SATA cables, and I'm just gonna clean it up and get the new power supply in there and see how that goes. And if it happens again, I guess I'm just gonna drop the mic. I don't know what's gonna happen. But if I'm gonna open up the computer and take out the power supply, I might as well do all the things that I just explained. And who knows? It might work well, might turn out well, and then I'll get another couple years out of this machine. But here's basically what's happening now. I have the manual for reference, and then I have tools and whatnot, and then I have a notepad so I can keep notes of what the PCI is doing. So top one is video card, third one's FireWire, and the fourth one is UAD, just because I know the IRQ and the interrupts and stuff like that. And yeah, it doesn't look too dusty, but I'm just gonna go through it anyway, clean up the fans, get some rubbing alcohol, and have a jamboree. And yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Anyway, I'll get some updates going on soon. So I just wanted to show off the undercarriage. This is, I guess, what passes as cable management on the rear end, and this just reminds me of all these cables here are going to be replaced, and the SATA cables as well. It also reminds me that I should probably just buy a bag of zip ties, because they're very much useful. And in order to get them off, I usually have some flush wire snips, but since I'm kind of Canadian, I'm just going to use fingernail clippers to snap them off. I have a lot of technical ability also. Oh, it's so hard with my fingers to do this. Anyway, updates are coming. Alright guys, so the PC is now basically taken apart, and this is the main board here. It's just, I'm reminded of just how freaking heavy like imagine how heavy this is. It's twice as heavy as you think. I'm gonna end up cleaning that off when the power supply comes in, reseating the CPU, the cooler, and examining all these contacts and cleaning them with a brush, rubbing alcohol, things like that. Yeah, just doing a visual inspection. None of the capacitors look like they're affected by anything really. Tiny bit of dust on that corner there. I guess that's where things kind of accumulate. And yeah, checking out the RAM, and yeah, we're doing quite well. But yeah, one of those things. We're gonna fix it though.